Alright, welcome back to the 11-foot kayak foam and fabric 2.0. Alright, so what I wanted is a hatch in the front, and I'm not going to buy a fancy hatch. I just took a saw and cut this off to where I have ½ inch of depth right here. So when I cut my hole here, it's set in there flush, and then of course I'll trim this out and that. I did a little bit of trimming on it, but I'm going to do all that on the video because it just takes up too much time. So the way I found my my bullseye from my circle, first off I went like from here, and that's like 4. What is that? There's 4. Okay, so here's 4 inches here. 4 inches up from that. So you don't really have a straight stuff to anything straight to go off of. So what I want to do is give me a straight line here. Alright. So I'm going to put this here, and since this is where the handles of the buckets are, I'm sure they spent millions of dollars to figure out exactly where the center is on that. So I'm gonna, math teachers probably don't know what this. I'm gonna cheat off of his paper, being that I'll use that for my center. And I'm gonna put it right over that there. And then what I can do is, I know this is gonna be from here to here. It's gonna be 11.5 from here to there. So I measure from here to here. I do 11.5. From there to there, figure 11.5, and I can just, now you're wondering what I'm doing with the tape measure way out here on the side like that. I'm just holding it there, since I don't have a second hand, or, you know, and I don't want to walk over and get a straight edge, and I can lay that, and that gives me a straight line there. So pretty much, oh yeah, alright, just so I'm on a straight line, I'm going to measure this and say that right there is about that's right about 27 inches, so half of 27 be 13.5, which would put me right there. So if I put, ooh, I wish I had my, oh really? Looking for my Sharpie. Yeah. It's not going to show up. Not right now. That's okay. I know what I'm doing. Pencil will work. So we know that's the center right there. I'm going to mark this spot here. It will be better with a Sharpie so you can see it better. I'll mark that right there. Remember this spot here and here? That should put me right in the center. And remember, this part of the foam right here is 3 inches thick. So if we make it 4, that gives me, you know, I don't have like a deep pocket back here. So make sure I'm not cut into my bulkhead there. So we'll set this on here. Hold that thing down. Now I'm marking the inside of this ring, but I need to mark the outside, and I have this, pretty much what I have is that lip right there, which gets in the way of my pencil. So we'll mark it as best we can, and if not, what we can do, we can cut on, I'll show you. There's my inside line. So you got quite a bit of gap there. I cut on the outside of the line, on the inside of this a little bit. Let's see. I actually got this right here. There you go. That should give it to me right there. gonna teach you the hard way to do it, but here we go. We had this bucket, the other half of the bucket where I can cut it from. So I'm gonna cut, I need to cut right on the line, or actually with this thin blade I can cut on the outside of the line, so to give me room to seal the edge of that wood, because the underside of it's sealed in fiberglass. And guess what? I didn't bring my drill out. Ouch. Just a minute. There we go. Thought I had everything laid out, but I did not. Because you want to seal that edge in here before you set this down anyway. So if you hang out for just about a minute while it makes some noise with the jigsaw, it should be over pretty quick. And see, I'm already antsy, man. I can't wait to get out to shoot with this. That's a redneck saying where horse gets out of the chute, he's ready to go. Yeah, I know, it's the back of my head again. Yeah. Alright. Take my other glasses. Let me cut this out for you real quick. Minor spot where I didn't get the pencil mark. There we go. And it's a busy time of the year with sheetrock, so home repair, so the shop a little bit scattered out with junk. That's the way I always do it. I meant to do that. Bam! That fits in there just right. Now, if you don't want one that high, you're going to have to do some work and cut it down some. And you make it a little bit flusher. You can put one of those mats here that have all the spikes sticking up, and when you're fly fishing, you just drop your line in it. So I may work to this and drop it down a little bit deeper, because that, I don't think I care for it being that high. Although this is a pool bucket from my toy for my swimming pool, and the lens either come in that color or, let's see, or this color, which I don't like. This is not my color. I don't dislike it, it's just not my color. Well, I guess if somebody's sitting here, it gives you some elevation. And put something tall in there, give you a little bit more height right here. I think I'll leave it. Now all I need to do is cut that out, and it should be good to go. So let me put some sealer around here, sand it out a little bit, and then we'll put, let's say, 4-mass fiberglass or fiberglass, whatever you're using. Just have it go right over this top lip right here, and you'll be good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it high like that, because sometimes it's kind of aggravating. You're gonna put something in here and it sticks up too high, and you can't get the lid on it. Let's see, does that look too high to y'all? Y'all? And stick up almost right there. Holding on about 2 3/4 by measurement of my finger, or 2 1/2. I'm sorry, just not holding the camera right today. So I could drop it down just a little bit more. Thanks for hanging in there and watching Kayak 2.0, 11-foot kayak, and I'll see you on the next episode.